Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on April 27, 2023. Record ocean temperatures put Earth in uncharted territory, say scientists. Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 428 of the invasion. The Guardian, Russia-Ukraine war, list of key events, day 428. Al Jazeera English, Putin's dreams of a new Russian empire are unraveling in Ukraine. Atlantic Council, why Ukraine has just 6 months to win the war for the West, Professor Tim Willesee. The Scotsman, opinion, Ukraine war status shown in territory, aid, refugees, budget, more, Washington Post. Russian fighter jet crashes into lake after bursting into flames. The Independent, Russian military plane crashes in northern region. The Moscow Times, see elite Russian fighter jet on fire after blowing up mid-flight. CNN, fighter jet catches fire and crashes near Monchegorsk. The Independent Barents Observer, videos, Russian MiG-31 jet burst into flames before crashing into lake. One prisoner dead as Mississippi manhunt continues. BBC, manhunt as 4 criminals break out of prison with one gunning down church pastor. The Mirror, fugitive seen in Texas as another dies in burning house after murder of pastor live. The Independent, Dylan Arrington, Fox 13 Memphis.com. Mark Bryant counts U.S. shootings. He no longer remembers the names. Spectacular Roman military camps almost 2,000 years old discovered. Sky News, Roman military camps identified in Arabian Desert in spectacular find. Ukraine war, Bakhmut defenders worry about losing support. BBC, Russia releases dramatic footage of mortars bombing Ukrainian units in Bakhmut, watch. Hindustan Times, like a ghost town, Slavyansk locals live in fear of Russia's return. Financial Times, Zelensky has meaningful first exchange with China's Xi as Russia presses assault on Bakhmut. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, we're tired. Ukraine forces hold out in devastated Bakhmut, France 24 English. Don Lemon says he has no regrets and owns his actions after exit. The Independent, why Tucker Carlson, Don Lemon exits have you furious, relieved. USA Today, why was Don Lemon fired from CNN? The Independent, it doesn't matter who replaces Tucker Carlson. Ukrainian journalist killed by Russian snipers in ambush near Kherson. Escaping Khartoum, one woman's dramatic flight from Sudan. The Guardian, the windows were broken, the front door melted. Families in Sudan forced to hide during fighting as others flee Khartoum. Sky News, I was shot at, hit with shrapnel and stole fuel from an embassy trying to escape Sudan. iNews, fear, guilt and hope in Sudan. Al Jazeera English, Sudanese dual citizens who returned home uprooted by conflict. Pope Francis gives women historic right to vote at meeting. BBC, Pope Francis gives women right to vote in bishops' meeting for first time. The Guardian, Pope Francis gives women votes in synod. The Times, Pope allows women to vote at upcoming bishops' meeting. Hampstead Highgate Express, Pope Francis ushers in progressive change. Women to vote at upcoming bishops' meeting, WION. Sudan, fighting eases during truce as thousands flee country. The Guardian, Sudan, thousands of foreign nationals still trying to flee country, BBC News. BBC News, another ceasefire fails in Sudan after hospital shelled. Al Jazeera English, how Egypt lost Sudan. Middle East Eye, Sudan is at risk of unraveling from decades of injustice. Tucker Carlson breaks silence after abrupt departure from Fox News. The Guardian, Tucker Carlson's vulgar language in texts contributed to Fox News firing, report. The Guardian, Tucker Carlson breaks silence after Fox News exit. BBC, Tucker Carlson set out to end my career. I don't feel badly for him. The Independent, Tucker Carlson's sacking could be a catalyst for more deadly misinformation. Fugees Pras Michel found guilty of illegal lobbying. BBC, Fugees rapper Pras Michel found guilty of political conspiracy. Sky News, Fugees rapper convicted of international political conspiracy. The Times, Fugees rapper Pras Michel found guilty of illegal lobbying. Donald Trump rape accuser E Jean Carroll takes the stand. BBC, trial begins in E Jean Carroll's rape suit against Donald Trump. BBC, don't listen to Trump. Many rape victims don't scream, and most never file reports. The Independent, do not let Trump run for president after the rape trial. Voices. Sudan News, live, fighting flares as military approves ceasefire extension. The Independent, Sudan crisis, fighting flares up despite ceasefire. BBC, Sudan conflict, army says it is willing to extend ceasefire amid plans for talks. The Guardian, Sudan fighting continues despite military ceasefire extension. France 24 English. France 24 English, Third Sudan truce fails to hold as hundreds flee. Xi Jinping to send Chinese peace talks delegation to Ukraine. The Guardian, Ukraine's Zelensky holds first war phone call with China's Xi. BBC, Gravitas, China's Xi to send diplomat to Ukraine to broker peace with Russia. WION, after Zelensky's call with Xi, China sets up to mediate in Ukraine. The Washington Post, will Xi really bring peace to Ukraine? Sudan crisis, UK accused of delaying German evacuation efforts. BBC, first British evacuation flights arrive from Sudan as ceasefire continues. Channel 4 News, Wednesday briefing, what faces Sudanese people caught in a war zone. The Guardian, opinion, child soldiers, death and despair, we must secure peace in Sudan. The Independent, Sudan's expanding crisis risks dragging half of Africa. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.